road in between. Sun sits on the American side. Let's go down to the river tonight. In the sky, keeping a close eye. Just never know when we're gonna strike. Life ain't so bad in a border town. Name your vice, it's sure to be found. Whiskey's cheap, pour another beer. Ain't no sense sleeping till the sun is here. I must confess there are these times I just gotta leave to clear my mind. Head on east down the highway. Just a couple more hours, make it okay. So many roads, Essex County gold, winding roads so flat it goes. Migrant workers breaking their backs. I'm driving 130, dodging them on their bikes. The forest city signals are near end. Just a couple more towns along the Thames. This is where it all began, in a place that prides its care downtown. There's farms, homes, families, dogs, clocks that tick along with jobs. Wonderful things maybe someday, but to this point they just keep pushing me away. It was nice to get away, but I must return to the Rose City, all of its thorns. Two separate lives at times exist, and the road in between is what I need.
Thursday, August 2nd, 2018. Saginaw Sugar Beets versus St. Clair Green Giants. Lacasse Park, Tecumseh, Ontario. Game time temperature, 27 degrees Celsius.
Lacasse Park is fuller tonight than I've ever seen it. Perhaps 200 people are here. For the first time all summer, we've had to park around the corner. It's Thursday tonight, and this weekend we have plans to see 5 more games. Walking into Lacasse, I bought a pop and wandered around. I was struck by a familiar feeling that I hadn't quite recognized, one that I finally identified as nostalgia and affection for this little ballpark, something I'd only ever felt walking into Comerica. This project is creeping up on me, affecting me in ways I could not have predicted. I count the games in my notebook index and realize that after tonight, we only have 12 more games. After this weekend, there will only be 7 games left.
We stand as instrumental versions of both anthems play over the PA. A few people mouth the words, but most just stand looking across the field, the players lined up down the baselines, the umpires arced around home plate. Tonight, there are 3 of them, one more than in the GL-SCL games we saw earlier in the season. As the last notes of O Canada trail across the summer night, a young man in shorts walks toward the mound, ball in hand, to throw out the first pitch. He's introduced as Brandon McBride, NCAA 800-meter champion, Canadian Olympian, and Windsor native. Behind us sits Noah Richardson, wearing a Herman baseball t-shirt.
It's warm tonight, but the skirt of my sundress is getting picked up by a gentle, cool breeze. Noting that it's now August, I'm grateful for the sunglasses that hide the hint of tears I feel forming. I climb up a few rows and perch on the bench beside Dale. He's already writing notes, taking it all in. You okay? He asks. I wipe a tear away. It's August, is all I need to say. He knows. He gets it. This summer has changed him as well. I think we're both trying to keep things in present tense, enjoy the game, and let the words and thoughts come later when it's all over. I put my hair in a ponytail and try and focus on the field.
Moskowitz is a tall right-hander who hides the ball well as he twists towards second base, showing the batter his uniform number before unfurling his body and releasing the pitch to the plate. He's got a live fastball, a good curve, and a nasty cutter that breaks away from right-handed hitters. Through 5 innings, he's struck out 4 and only given up an infield single and a double. He's locating his pitches well, moving the ball around the zone and changing speeds, keeping the hitters off balance. Youngbauer, on the other hand, opens the game with a walk, a strikeout, and another walk. He throws hard and his curveball has good break on it, but he's all over the place and doesn't seem to know where his pitches will end up. By the time he leaves the game at the end of the 5th, he's given up 4 walks and a single, but he's also struck out 6. More importantly, he's only given up 1 run on a single in the first inning by Harrison Jones. Tonight, Youngbauer is the very definition of effectively wild.
The crowd is so quiet that between the windup and the catch, you can hear the cicadas. Everyone is here to watch baseball. When people do talk, it's between batters or innings, and it's always about the game in front of us. Unlike many other games we've been to, there aren't many families because most of these players are far from home. We aren't the outliers we usually are. Not cheering for a specific team or outcome is liberating, as we can just focus on the game itself, but not the score. But were I wanting a team to cheer for tonight, I'd be divided. Do I cheer for St. Clair because they're Canadian, or do I cheer for the Saginaw Sugar Beets because they're the Sugar Beets?